Howdy! Back again with another vlog. This time it's going to be about Paul Gauguin, who is a French painter. We'll talk about that. But for this week, I'm going to have a farmhand by Brewery Vivant. It's delicious stuff. I suggest you have it if you can. So back to Gauguin. He was born in France in 1848, and both of his parents had died by the time he was 19, and he developed a relationship with his guardian, Gustave. And through that relationship, it was really important. He met a lot of artists and got involved with the art world. He also became a stockbroker and met his future wife through Gustave. So he was working, had a wife, started having kids, and in 1879 he started working with the Impressionist painter Camille Pissarro, started studying with him. Really enjoyed art, and he was working, painting, and then there was a stock market crash in 1882, and he lost his job. So at that point, he decided he wanted to paint full-time. All right. So he wanted to paint full-time. That didn't really bring in a lot of cash. So they ended up moving, him and his wife ended up moving in with her parents in Denmark. With 4 kids, it didn't really go so well. There was a lot of tension, and he just was not happy. So in 1889, he was at an international exposition, and he saw a lot of colonial, like French colonial works from Polynesia, and he got really interested in that design, the bold colors and the line. He also got really interested in using the color yellow. He thought it was the most modern color out there. He's also into painting himself as Christ. Well, that kind of goes along with his whole persona, basically a self-absorbed, self-involved man-child who couldn't really adult. He found adulting really hard. Poor guy. So he's having a miserable time being an adult. And so in 1889, after this exposition, he got this idea that he wanted to live somewhere exotic and live an island life. And so in 1891, he basically packed up, freaked out, and left his wife and kids and went to Tahiti, where he had a lot of affairs with young girls and just basically exploiting the whole culture and the women, kind of just using the whole culture and appropriating that in his art. But he did start using even more bold lines and flatter perspectives during this time, which was innovative. We kind of want to appreciate his art because it was the foundation of what we think of as modern art. A lot of bold colors. So it led to the Fauvism movement, which was Henri Matisse. So got this dichotomy of really important artist, and he was also, as a person, kind of disgusting. Like if you see his paintings of young girls, they're very sexualized and fetishizing these women. So he went on painting like this, but he didn't have a lot of success in the art market. So he's broke, had left his wife and his kids. So didn't really have a happy time as he thought he would in this exotic locale in Tahiti. He died in 1903 of syphilis. How fitting. So this also, the intertwining of his personal life and his art is kind of new at this time. Before this, you really didn't hear much about the artist's personal life. So it's just kind of, that whole time frame was the artist as the, this mythical person, creating their own myth and image of themselves. Some of Gauguin's most famous works are Vision After the Sermon. It's an oil on canvas, painted in 1888. With that, there's a lot of bold colors again, red, yellow, and a lot of interesting cropping going on. Hi, Faust. Some other works that are well known and again use this theme of yellow and bold line is The Yellow Christ. That's 1889. Uses a lot of yellow and red in that one too. And the work that he did in Tahiti was most of it was of women lounging and nude. They were a lot of times thought to be kind of influenced by Manet and his Olympia painting, which makes sense when you see the way they're lounging in their position. They're laying back and looking directly at the painter. And the most famous piece probably that everybody thinks of with him is Where Do We Come From? What Are We? Where Are We Going? It's at the MFA Boston. I've seen it, and it's impressive. It's pretty, but again, you just get this whole, you can't untangle the person with the art. It's very difficult to do that because some of his quotes really hit this point home of his need for individuality, and that he was this person that was unbound by society and was savage and you could not be contained. Said that art is a mad search for individualism. And he said, this really takes the cake, I am a great artist and I know it, because I am that I have endured such sufferings. So yeah, totally full of himself. But yet we have to give him his credit, because he basically started Fauvism, which led to revolution in art. He also said that art is either revolution or plagiarism. So we'll leave on that. Decide for yourself what you think. I'll put up some pictures and see what you think for yourself. Cheers.